Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We've already gotten some official confirmations on the Season 2 update for Battlefield 6, of course. We know about the contaminated map. We know about the AH-6 Little Bird vehicle returning as well. The devs have detailed a few of the specific Season 2 content updates so far. However, it seems Season 2 just got even bigger because recently, over the course of the past few days, some of the game files have been updated, and because of that, we've got even more new leaks for Battlefield 6 Season 2, including new weapon details, new equipment and gadget details, and a few other different gameplay updates and leaks have surfaced as well. So first up here, we got to start off with this from Just for Leaks, or Sean Weber here, posting about some new weapons and some new gadgets that will detail somewhat throughout the course of this video. So according to the newly updated game files, and there is a video attached here, can't show that obviously for copyright reasons, because these weapons are actually already available in labs, builds, and whatnot that can be accessible in various different ways to be fully inspected and tested, like in the firing range and whatnot, and on the weapon inspect. So as far as weapons go for Battlefield 6 Season 2, the VCR-2 assault rifle is now in the game, the M121A2 LMG, then also the GRT CPS DMR. Those are all the ranged weapons here, of course. And then we also have a machete melee that's apparently going to be coming as well. Then as far as new gadgets go, there is the IGLA air defense launcher, the IGLA air defense launcher, and a hardware suppression system. So obviously the names outright kind of define what a lot of these are. New rifle, new LMG, new DMR, new melee. We know how those are going to play for the most part. As far as the gadgets go, hardware suppression system, kind of just like knocking off your equipment and whatnot. But then this air defense launcher is particularly interesting because we do have some details on that specifically. So we'll get to that in just a moment, because Temporal here has also detailed a bunch of new leaks and updated information as well. You may recall this way back in November. We got the initial Season 2 leaks referencing weapons like the MG5, the Bren 2, the Scorpion Evo 3, and the Scorpion VZ61. He was recently asked about the Scorpion Evo 3, and Temporal did respond and says, I expect the Evo 3 to be one of the later additions in Season 2, although it now has a Season 2 marking. It isn't the same state as like the MG5 or the Grote 762N there, for example. So obviously the three weapons we just talked about there with the new rifle, new LMG, new DMR, those already being accessible in the game, fully inspectable, are seemingly going to be early Season 2 weapons, potentially through the battle pass initially there outright, so like launch update weapons, whereas the Scorpion Evo could be something that's dubbed for later on in the season with like a new bonus path or something similar to how we saw like the DB12 drop throughout the like mid part of Season 1 recently. So as far as content rollout there goes, we have a better understanding of that now. Temporal did initially mention that the MG5, the VHS D2, and the MSBS would likely be the initial drop at the start of Season 2, but then additional weapons such as that Scorpion Evo 3, which is now also linked to Season 2, should arrive in those later patches. So exactly what I was just saying there. He also gets asked about gadgets, equipments, grenades, so on and so forth, and then Temporal talks about this new drone gun, which kind of has everybody on social media going, wait a second, that could be kind of crazy. The new drone gun, I forgot the in-game name, seems like a safe bet for Season 2. It's been referenced in the files for ages, but I guess no one knew what it actually was. The impact grenade, the airburst launcher, and the sticky launcher are tied to Season 3 from Temporal's original leak, of course, but he does go on to detail more about this new gadget. So this person asks more about the drone gun, and Temporal replies and says, it's basically a model of the Drone Shield drone gun MK4. You get 3 charges replenishing after 15 seconds that can destroy up to 3 devices or intercept missiles from a distance. So this is a gadget that you can use as anti-air in a sense, basically from long range. It can fully counter air combat and air vehicles here if they are firing at you, which can be insanely beneficial for a variety of gameplay styles. Could end up being one of the stronger gadgets that we have in the game. There were also some other bits of intel that ended up dropping saying that this could just be for recon exclusively here, potentially as a gadget for that. So if you really want to have that counterplay available to you, you'd obviously have to be fully committing to the recon class there, but certainly some interesting details there and what could be one of the better counterplay options in the game. Obviously, as time goes on, as we get closer and closer to the launch of Season 2, we see some more labs updates drop. We're going to continue to see more details, more more leaks, more information surface, whether it be unofficially through the game files or officially on the Battlefield communication channel. So as anything does surface, I'll obviously be keeping you guys up to date with all the new details there. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to stay in the know. And also, as we're going through everything, because that's still not all, we've got a few other interesting leaks that have surfaced recently. If you guys enjoyed the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. Really does help grow the channel. So much love to everyone who takes the time to do so. So Temporal also has a bit of a back and forth with several Twitter users here that details more gameplay updates, more content updates. He was asked if he knew anything about the second map, and here Temporal gives us some brand new information. Last time I checked, it was called Subsurface, but there isn't much beyond a few assets like sewers and concrete walls. It'll probably be paired with Contaminated when the operations mode arrives. So you may recall that previously Contaminated had some references to being a part of operations, as well as I believe it was Myrick Valley and Liberation Peak as well. So this would mean that when we get Contaminated here in season 2, we could also see it extended and pushed even further, maybe, you know, into some of the side of the mountain or underground, some with Subsurface being available in the operations version of the map. So that could be kind of interesting. Still not fully clear if Subsurface will be playable as like a full new second map or if it's only going to be an extension of Contaminated there, but certainly something to keep an eye on here. This person asks, how will operations differ from Breakthrough? Wasn't operations just renamed to Breakthrough in 2042? By connecting two maps directly into one mode. But here he also confirms battalions are also returning, so you have that direct wave count basically as you're going through and playing. Awesome. It's going to be fun. Will all maps be in the roster or just the season 2 maps? Not sure about the total amount, but there's already one operations file combining Liberation Peak and Myrick Valley. So as we referenced just the other day when those leaks initially surfaced, it does seem operations will be coming in a future update, hopefully with season 2, just to add in some more content, give us another additional way to play that could certainly keep things fresh and spice things up a little bit, that do actually combine Liberation Peak and Myrick Valley into one single operations play space. So that could be really interesting to see play out. By combining, I'm guessing you mean you'll load up in one map, then you'll fight across it, then in the next map that'll load up. Temporal says nope, just a journey across the entire way. So true to operations here, you start in one, you go through the entire way, basically telling the story of that entire play space there, which could be really cool to see, and certainly would appeal more to that large play space and environment that a lot of players are still really wanting to see more of here in Battlefield 6 in general. So certainly some exciting news here as far as new map updates go, as far as new content in general goes, with quite a few new weapons and gadgets seemingly popping up by the day here in the files. We've had a lot of leaks surface over the course of the past week or so, and considering the fact that the devs have confirmed there's going to be several new labs updates going out prior to season 2, we should be seeing even more new leaks and rumors surface over the next few weeks. So lots coming on the horizon as far as new updates and info goes. You're not going to want to miss any of it, of course, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to guarantee you're always in the know for everything going on in Battlefield. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be seriously appreciated too. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.